Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Is Joe Biden a traitor? Well, according to Elon Musk, he is. I made this statement a while ago where I said that some of our elected officials or selected officials and some bureaucrats could be probably charged with treason. Why? They destroy a nation, a country, for generations, and then they just retire. Or they just get hired, I don't know, as members of the board of directors of Raytheon or Lockheed Martin or somewhere as advisors, Okay, so what do we have here? Elon Musk, accuses Biden of treason. It's unsurprising. Why? Because of the border wall and the border protection of this country, which, according to Elon Musk, and I think he's accurate, removed obstacles allowing people to just trespass. And if you trespass, illegally trespass, correct? Then what's going on? You're undocumented, right? Yeah, just illegally trespass the fence at the White House and go on the lawn of the White House. Do you think those guys will say, "Excuse me, sir, you're just undocumented here"? Or it's illegal trespassing? Arrested. What do you think? All right. So that's the first one. Then we have Mr. Biden giving the second highest civilian award to more than two. It's peace, all right. To the January 6th Congressional Committee. And you have the baboon Cheney with her, I would say, criminal father. All right, for what? For Iraq war and not only for invasions based on lies. And this is like, I have to do my job. Let's say I'm a teacher and I just give the second highest civilian award because I'm a teacher. What did they do to deserve that? I tell you, they kissed a lot of butt. Now we find out that the Germans, and we don't find out actually, it's just a confirmation. The Germans are upset with Elon Musk, And Elon Musk is a bad dude according to the Germans. Why? He really talked bad about some German officials, which is their president. Therefore, he crossed a red line, Elon Musk. The Germans are saying, and I wonder what are they going to do. Remember, Elon Musk is not an official yet, a U.S. official, like elected official or appointed. He's not. He's nominated, but he's not. He's not part of the U.S. government yet. These guys already talk about the strange relationship within Germany and United States of America if Elon Musk continues to attack our presidente. But I made a video 2 days ago with how these guys interpreted Mr. Lukashenko, the illegitimate president of Belarus, as incarcerating just a little comedian. No, not Zelensky. He's the president, il presidente, okay? Not Zelensky Stein, a comedian. And they were like, see, Lukashenko is a piece of bababab. I will show you the video. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to refer you to the video. And I will show you an article where these guys actually do the same thing, the Germans. So the Germans want Elon Musk arrested. He crossed a red line because why? He insulted the president, but the comedian insulting the other president, it's A-okay? Well, if it's in the criminal code, what would you do? Well, I'm against both of these things, just so you know. Arrest because you criticize. So let me start with, or insult, the same way. Here it is. Russia Today. Musk accuses Biden of, quote-unquote, treason. The 2nd of January 2025, the tech billionaire was commenting on the incumbent president's border policies. Elon Musk has accused U.S. President Joe Biden of treason for allowing illegal migrants to flood the country and for selling off the materials allocated for the constructions of the U.S.-Mexico border wall. U.S. President-elect Donald Trump and the Republicans have long criticized Biden for failing to secure the U.S. borders, especially in the South. A new wave of debate over the outgoing administration's border policies started in mid-December when the Daily Wire reported on X that Biden was auctioning off materials earmarked for the construction of the U.S.-Mexico border wall, which was begun during Trump's first term in office and later halted under Biden. The story sparked a flood of comments online with many users accusing Biden administration of violating the law. and the undermining border security. One user summarized what he saw as Biden's failure on X post on Wednesday, calling for accountability for the US-Mexico border wall having been sold off for just $5 a piece, the razor wire fences and river walls having been removed, and the supposed insurance of 94 executive orders to open the border. And I'm quoting, this administration did not fail to secure the border. That's what I said. They deliberately opened it. It was treason, the user concluded, to which Musk replied, 100% treason. I think it is. I think it is. Remember, they're over there supposed to enforce the law, and defend us from internal, domestic, and foreign blah, blah, blah. No, they don't even enforce our own laws. But in the meantime, this guy called Biden gives this kind of civilian awards to January 6th congressional committees. And she is just a piece of garbage. I gotta tell you that story. And her father, they tell us about meritocracy in America. And when I see, and say, well, she was elected. And when I see Dick Cheney and all this, I think it was, you can find online. That's one article I read about, I don't know, 15 years ago maybe. The first degree relationship between some elected officials or bureaucrats and like father son, father or husband, wife, and so on. The first grade of a relationship, it's just unbelievable. But hey, it's the genes. You cannot talk about the genes. So Dick Cheney, you have him over there. Now you have Liz Cheney. And Liz Cheney, I heard her. She's not very smart. That's my assessment of another human being. Can I have this assessment? Or I'm not allowed to have it because it's mean. The point is it true? All right, now that's debatable, correct? Debatable of the degree of intelligence and knowledge of each individual. For some baboons, Liz Cheney could be a genius. For others, she's just a baboon. So who's right? Are they right? According to them, she's a genius. Why? Because they're baboons. According to us, we are geniuses, she's just a baboon. All right, my friends. So let's see what these guys did. President Joe Biden is bestowing the highest civilian medal on Liz Cheney and Benny Thompson, leaders of the congressional investigation into the Capitol riot, who Donald Trump has said should be jailed for their roles in the inquiry. So here you have, my friends, these guys, the President's Citizens Medal. So these guys received a medal for doing a job. This job was not particularly, fantastic. They just were appointed on the panel. They did not deserve to be over there. Just picked, put over there for political reasons, and they did the right thing. That's it. It was nothing extraordinary. Did not, conquered half of Russia or invented the cure of cancer. Nothing like that. They did the job. Like you go to school. Let's say you're a teacher, you go to school, you get the award because you say the right thing. Where is the heroism in here? What is the achievement? This is the level of the United States of America, meritocracy, and you deserve. You see that in your, wherever you are at work, when some people are just not crossing the line, they're pushed forward. Why? Because certain kind of, you know what I mean? And their noses are all brown and not only. All right, this is Joe Biden. Let's see how the Germans act to Mr. Elon Musk. Criticism. Russia Today, 2nd of January. Scholz ally warns U.S. of strained relations over Musk's jabs. First, U.S. is occupying you imbeciles. So first, there's not going to be any strained relationship. The tycoon's remarks criticizing German leaders are, quote unquote, crossing a line between friendly states. So this guy says, if we are friends, you can tell me I'm an idiot. But if you are my enemy, you can't tell me I'm an idiot, even though I'm an idiot in both instances. Now, that's not how justice works. If let's say, one of my relatives is a baboon, I will say, yeah, he's a baboon. If one of your relatives is a baboon, I will say he's a baboon. If that's my assessment of that individual, both sides, the same. A person who's committing a crime, all right, let's say rape, if that person is related to me, They're still a rapist. It's still the way it is. The same with the case with any of your loved ones. If they, God forbid, commit the same crime, we should be called the same way and prosecuted and so on. So this guy say, no, you can't do this. Please. Why? That's the fact. If you don't criticize, you're not going to change. You're not going to improve. If we all agree you're fantastic, yeah, baby, doll, you're good, we're not going to find out what's going on because we're not perfect. Do you want to advance? You want to enhance your ability? You want to become better? Then you have to look at what's wrong, if it's something wrong. And if a friend like Elon Musk from a friendly country tells you that, then you should accept it. This guy said, no, he should not criticize us. Well, I criticize you, and then you look into it and you analyze it. It is the beginning of change. Admitting or looking at whatever other people say. And if you don't like the friends saying that, who do you like criticizing you? The enemies? All right. My point here is this. You can't criticize the elected officials in a country because they represent the country. That's what this is the whole story here. Elon Musk's verbal attacks on German leaders risk straining relations between Berlin and Washington. Rudolf Mutzenich, the head of German Socialist Democratic Party. These are communists. So screw you. SPD parliamentary group has warned. In an interview with Spiegel on Wednesday, this guy blasted the South African-born US-based billionaire over his jabs at German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and Chancellor Olaf Scholz. Both baboons, both of them, with paper right there, proven. Musk had referred to Steinmeier as an, and I'm quoting, anti-democratic tyrant. That's his assessment. And predicted election defeat for Scholz, another, I would say, traitor, who he labeled a fool and off shit. He also voiced support for Germany's far-right and anti-immigration Alternative for Germany. So Alternative for Germany, according to these imbeciles from Russia Today, is only an anti-immigration party. They don't tell you anything else. They just attach this as being a far-right, obviously. Right? They don't tell you anything about any other policies they might or their platform, calling it the last spark of hope for this country. What's wrong with that? I thought we are free people, aren't we? This Mutzenich accused Musk, one of the most prominent allies of the US President-elect Donald Trump, of quote-unquote crossing a line between friendly states while defending Steinmeier. He argued that Steinmeier is Germany's head of state under international law, meaning that, and I'm quoting, the verbal attack on the federal president are therefore aimed at all citizens. You got it? This guy Mutzenich went on to urge Berlin to clarify whether Musk's repeated disrespect, defamation, and interference align with the stance of the incoming Trump administration. You got it? But hey, what do we have here? Scholz party says Elon Musk crossed the red line. What are they going to do? They're going to burn this guy on a stake? On a stick? And we have here the video from yesterday, I think 2 days before. Words, ideas terrify the free world West. Who's worse, European Union plus Poland or Belarus and Russia? And I used one of these articles coming from Ukrainska Pravda. Belarusian stand-up comedian sentenced in absentia for 6 years in prison for insulting Lukashenko. But here, hey, let's say, hey, okay. Friendly states, hey, okay. So you see this double standard here? I don't know what this comedian did. I don't think they should be in prison whatsoever for commenting or making jokes. And here I said, who banned Jared Taylor, Russia and Belarus or Poland and the EU? The Poles told the EU to ban Jared Taylor from entering the European Union. And they did, because they're afraid of ideas and words. But see, Lukashenko and Belarus, they all say they're not free countries with free speech like we are, free people. But they ban people from entering the European Union. They're a threat to your citizens. Because why? Ideas. Remember that guy called Socrates? What happened to him? He was sentenced to death. Why? Because he was poisoning the Athenians' youth brains. With what? With ideas. So we went very far. From what, 2,500 years ago to now we're the same baboons. Nothing changed. We pretend a little bit better. They have law enforcement that would fuck us up if we don't follow orders and laws. That's all. That's all. We're not better than before. We washed our hands. We wipe our asses. But other than that, not really. We say good morning, good night. Maybe sometimes we pitch the wrapping in the garbage bin. But we are at the essence. Look, when a war occurs, or when people are really at it, they go to the same standard, the same lower standard as the other guys went. Look what's going on in the Middle East. Those guys stop the water and electricity in one area. I'm not going to mention which one, you know exactly. These guys shoot around those guys and they say, well, civilians, collateral damage. They put explosives in those things and they don't care about who else is around, who's around the walkie-talkie. And these guys are praising that in the media. And you tell me these are worse than, I don't know, the Romans flattening Carthage like this and then putting salt on it. Oh my God, what the Romans did or what this. Jesus Christ, superstar. So EU bans Ukrainian singer for 10 years over insult to Poland. That's another article here that I covered right here. European Union bans Ukrainian singer for 10 years over insult to Poland. Snowflakes here. So when I hear these kind of things like, oh my God, I don't take it seriously. When I hear that communist Munzenberg, whatever his name is, with the German president. First, the German president is there as a human being. He's not a god. He's a human being. He is a, how do you call it, public servant. That's what he is. He's an employee of the German people. He's not a god. You have to understand things are different. These guys are look at them as being our leaders. No, they're over there to do the job. We hire them. You stay in a home and you hire, I don't know, a plumber, for instance, to fix your freaking shit in a house. He's not your boss. You are his boss because you pay him. And if you don't like him, you say, you get him out. So these elected officials in any country, they're the public servants elected to represent you. It's the other way around. It's not they're the boss. They're over there, and if there should be sanctions. But if you have a traitorous media who covers for them because the same guys are in charge of the media and the elected officials, then you're done. And then you say, oh my God, this guy dared to insult our president, the elected official, the public servant that should do a good job. Someone said, no, he's not doing a good job. He's a baboon. Insult, insult, insult. That's the whole purpose. To keep that, not purpose, but you have to keep these guys with their feet to the fire. This, like you do, a plumber comes to your house, you look at what he's doing over there. You do this. You see what the guy is doing. You hired him with money. He's not helping you. You give him money. The same here with this Scholz. And you say, hey, excuse me, mister, you're not a good plumber. Sorry. What do you think is going on? Oh my God, all the plumbers would show up from the city in front of your house. Emil Hater is going to be incarcerated. Why? Because I insulted the plumber for not doing a good job. Is that how it works? All the plumbers, U.S. plumbing associations will be what? Asking for my arrest and is that what it is? He represents the plumbers here. This guy, the German people. Well, if he's a baboon, we should call it he's a baboon. Otherwise, the emperor has no clothes. And you know where that goes, right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.